Story time about how this boy stabbed me with a pencil in kindergarten. So a little background information, I was 6 years old and in kindergarten, obviously. I'm not gonna lie, this story kind of shows that it doesn't matter how old a child is, they can literally still be very mean, and yeah. Well, during the middle of the school year, there was this new kid who came to our class and his name was Freddie. Now, Freddie coming in the middle of the year was kind of sad because everybody already had their friends. They didn't really want to talk to the new kid. And what made it even worse was the fact that he was a teacher's pet and he was the teacher's favorite. So he was always picked to go up to the board and be the line leader, which made the kids hate him even more. For example, during lunch, Freddie would go and try to sit with some of the kids and they would call the teacher over, say that he was doing something that was annoying them or really gross. And the teachers would remove him and put him at a table alone by himself. And I was one of the kids that didn't really make fun of him. I just kind of sat back and laughed, which I know is terrible. But like for part 2. Part 2 about this boy who stabbed me with a pencil in kindergarten. So like I said, everybody would pretty much bully him, and I was one of the kids that just sat back and laughed, didn't say anything to him directly. Eventually, we were getting in trouble for discluding him. We would all have to stay inside during recess with our heads down on the desk in the dark. So then everybody act like they were going to include him. Like the one time they were like, okay, we're playing hide and seek, you know, you go hide, and then they never went to find him. So then this kid actually started getting violent. My guess is because the teachers and principal were not doing anything about it. When everybody was walking, he would purposely trip kids. This one time, this girl brought in pencils for the whole class, and she didn't give him one. So he said that he felt sick the one day, and all the kids went out to recess, and he went around and broke every single pencil. And I came in and I found it, so I told the teacher. And then during nap time, he put his mat by me, and when I finally fall asleep, he literally comes over and stabs me in the back of the neck with a pencil.
Can someone please explain to me why teenage girls are so mean for no reason? So about an hour ago, I went out to Target, and mind you, I already hate going out by myself, so this just made it 10 times worse. So literally right as I'm walking into Target, a group of 5 girls walks in. And the first thing that goes through my head is, oh my gosh, they're so pretty, I'm scared of them. I haven't had conditioner for about like a week and a half, and I've been too lazy to go to the store, so the first place that I went in Target was to go get more conditioner. So the group of girls is like right behind me, and I just hear them like laughing and giggling. I don't think they're laughing at me, but you know, when a group of girls is behind you laughing, you get like scared. I don't know about y'all, but I do. I'm not gonna give you guys all of the boring details. I'm gonna get straight to the point that literally hurt my feelings and made me want to run out of Target crying. I grab my conditioner and then I go over and look at the nails, because as we all know, I have 4 nails on this side and then none on this hand, and I was like, let me just get some acrylic, some press-on acrylic. So the press-on nails are on like the back shelf, and I bend down to like look at the ones on the bottom, and one of the girls, obviously the mean one, comes up to me and is like, do you know where the nail polish remover is? As if it's not right next to me. But I just replied with, I'm not sure, I don't work here. And she was like, oh, it looks like you'd work here. And at that point, I'm like, oh, I don't know what that means. All the Target employees are wearing red. I am wearing a black hoodie. Does it look like I work here? But no, I was way too scared to like talk back to that girl. Then one of the other girls that she's with grabs the conditioner that I had already grabbed and goes, ooh, I've been looking for this, and takes it and walks down the aisle and starts laughing with her friend. Now, I am all by myself and it is a group of girls. I'm not going to say anything because I don't feel like getting my feelings hurt. So I get up, don't pick out any nails, and I'm just kind of upset, and I walk over right back to the conditioner because that's one thing that I did need. So I hear the girls laughing and I'm like, all right, I gotta get out of this aisle. So I hurry up and grab my conditioner. And like, I genuinely felt like I was being like pranked or something, like, and I know I'm being dramatic, but like, why are they so mean? I know I sound dramatic, but like being there, it felt like they were like trying to corner me in and like jump me or something. So I say, excuse me, and I get out the aisle. So about 5 minutes goes on of me being in Target, and I'm trying to like figure out what I want for dinner tonight. So I'm like going down the frozen food section. They didn't say this directly to my face, but they made it very clear that it was aimed towards me. The girl that told me that I look like I work at Target walks by the aisle and was like, of course she's in the food section. Obviously aimed at me. At this point, I'm like, what the hell? Like, who are these girls and why are they doing this? Because it was like nothing said to my face other than that first interaction at like the nail spot, but then everything else kind of like was like secretly aimed at me, and I'm like, what did I do to these girls? This is what made me feel like I was literally being filmed for freaking TikTok. So I guess they split up, and one of the other girls, they come by and like she's like recording me, and I'm like, oh shoot. Oh, maybe this was for TikTok to see what would you do. So at this point, I only have a big bottle of the Kristen Nest conditioner in my hands and then a bag of Dino Nuggets because your girl loves Dino Nuggets. And I just really did not feel like cooking tonight. At this point, it's like another 5 minutes goes by. I kind of forget about the girls. Right when I forget about them. As I'm walking towards the clothes in Target, one of the girls bumps into me trying to make everything in my hands fall out. And I literally looked at her like this. And she looks at me and she says, is there a problem? I was like, no, I'm sorry. That was my fault. I'm so sorry. After I says that, the girl goes, I'm like, what the actual if you're the really pretty girl that I ran into Target with the ginger long hair that was curled, you are rude. As she's walking back to her friends, I realize that I'm being recorded. So if you guys see a video of me on TikTok basically getting bullied by a group of girls, yeah, that's me. I just kind of forget about it. I don't really pay them no mind because I'm like, girls are just rude. I saw a really cute pair of jeans on a mannequin. I set my Dino Nuggets and my conditioner down because again, that's all I had in my hands, right on like the little shelf where like all of the jeans were, or whatever you call it. I have the jeans like this. I see one of the girls, a different girl, not the ginger girl this time, run over, snatch my conditioner and run. Again, what is the point? Again, I know I'm being dramatic, but at that point, I literally just wanted to cry. I'm like, why am I being bullied by a random group of girls? I totally forgot about my Dino Nuggets, and I try to walk over back to the conditioner because that is the one thing that I need. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna get this conditioner and I'm going to leave. I heard the girls laughing again. I turn around and they're literally following me, and I'm like, why? Like, at that point, like, I just wanted to bust out in tears. Why? Am I ugly or something? Like, why are y'all bullying me? I grab my conditioner, and as I am walking out of the aisle, a different girl, this time it was a girl that hasn't said anything, comes up to me and says, do you have something to say to us? Because you keep giving us a dirty look. And I said, no, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like y'all are trying to target me or something. And they said, are you calling us a bitch? And I said, no, I did not say that. Just like that. I was like, no, I did not say that. I'm just trying to get my stuff and leave the store. What is your point in doing this? The girl goes, we just find it funny. And at that point, I'm like, okay, so now I know everything that you guys were doing was on purpose. But again, I'm scared of a group of girls, so I didn't say anything and I just walked away. I get to self-checkout with just my conditioner. I left my Dino Nuggets that I really wanted. I get over there and I see the group of girls following me and I'm like, please, not again. I get to the self-checkout and one of them comes up to me and was like, oh, I'll pay for that for you. I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I got it. It's literally just a couple bucks. And she was like, no, I'm gonna get it for you. In like the fake high-pitched voice. While I'm insisting no, she taps her phone, pays for my thing, and then walks away with it. At that point, I literally just left Target and was like, I am not doing this. I'm never coming back here. I got in my car and I cried on the way home because I was just being a little dramatic little baby. But I don't know, guys. If you are one of those girls and you are watching this, please do better and don't do that to anyone else because you made me want to cry in the store. And if that was what your goal was, you succeeded because y'all are. Now I will not be eating anything for dinner because of your little comment that was like, oh, of course she's in the food section. Oh, what is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Are you calling me fat? Are you calling me? You could have just called me fat. You didn't have to secretly beat around the bush. No, I'm just kidding. I just ordered Chipotle. Fuck y'all. Love you guys. Bye. Story time of how my stepmom got so jealous of me and my dad's bond that she plotted to kill me. So I never really liked my stepmom in the first place because she was a little controlling over my dad. And I just knew that she hated me and I really hated her too. But you know, my dad was in love and he seemed happy, so I didn't really say anything. And my dad would always take me to lunch on Saturdays and Sundays, and we'd have like a dad-daughter bonding day, I guess. And me and my dad were just super close. And every single weekend, me going to lunch with him would start an argument between them two because she said I was taking time away from them too. My dad really never chose sides, but I never really got involved in the relationship as much as I hated her because I just loved seeing my dad happy. Also, at this time, I was 15. And what I'm about to say next might sound just a little crazy and unbelievable, but I'm not sure who she was on the phone with. But while on the phone with somebody, she was talking about getting rid of me. Mind you, my mom had passed away when I was younger, and I really had no other family to go to. Now, this is where the story takes a turn for the worse and she tries to get rid of me. I'm running out of time, like, for the crazy part 2. Part 2 of how my stepmom got so jealous of me and my dad's bond that she plotted to kill me. Continuing on with the story, I don't know who she was on the phone with, but I overheard her on the phone saying that she was going to get rid of me. And honestly, I didn't really care and I didn't really think anything of it because I knew she was crazy, but I didn't think she was that crazy. So all of a sudden, she started making me breakfast. And I'm not a breakfast person. I can't eat right when I get up. So every time she would make me breakfast, I'd be like, thanks, but I'm not hungry. And she would get so mad. Like, so freaking mad. I'm not gonna get into all the little details, but comes to find out, she was putting rat poison in my food. She had set up cameras in my room. And I don't know what kind of sense this makes. I think she's just crazy, but she started to hide snakes in my room and claim it was my fault that the snakes were coming in my room. Yeah, doesn't really make any sense. Once I told my dad and my dad got out of his little in love stage with her, he finally stepped up and said something to her, and she admitted that she wanted me dead. He eventually called the cops, and to this day, she is in jail for attempted murder. Oh, did I forget to mention the day that he broke up with her, she tried to stab me in the throat.